All right, it is time for Currently Reading Challenge TBR. Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I'm super excited to be here today and to share with you this video. This is going to be the return of my Currently Reading Challenge and my first weekly TBR for this challenge. How this works is the goal is to focus on the books that I am currently reading. Currently on Goodreads, I have 31 titles that are part of my Currently Reading, which interesting note is exactly the number of titles that I had at the end of May, which is the last time I did this challenge. So go me, I didn't increase it. I'm not going to say that I wasn't up really late last night trying to make sure, or really early this morning trying to make sure that number was the same. That wasn't me, that was someone else. Anyway, so we're starting at the same point. Oh my gosh, sometimes I feel a little bit too much of a pull towards certain numbers, eh? Anyway, so how this works is I put all of the titles that I'm currently reading into jars, and I put one jar for fiction and one jar for nonfiction, and then I pick titles from the jars, and those are that's my TBR for the week. So that is what I am going to be doing today. This week is going to be a bit of a dress rehearsal because I am buddy reading two fiction books. So normally I would pick 3 fiction and 2 nonfiction. This time I will pick 2 nonfiction, but I think I'll only pick 1 or 2 fiction. It depends on what they end up being and how they complement what I'm currently reading for my buddy reads, which I'll get to in a sec. So, but generally speaking, so this week is a bit of a dress rehearsal. It's a bit of a week 0, but I really wanted to start this project. So it's a week, I'm trying to think of it as a week to work out any bumps in the road, and we are right before the new month, so it's a good time to do this, I think. I'm just justifying at this point. Anyway, so how this works is I'm going to pick titles from the jars, and my goal will be to read 75 pages a day, 5 days a week, which totals 375 pages for the week. I did find that doing it every single day when I did that back in May was too stressful. So 5 days out of the week, I'm going to try and read 75 pages a day for a grand total of 375 pages. And then as the new week begins, I will update my jars with any, I will put the titles back in the jars that I haven't finished, and I will pick again, and then the next week I will have 5 new titles to enjoy. And I'm going to continue to do this probably till the end of November is what I'm currently estimating, and I may need a week off just because that's a fair amount of time to be focused on one thing. So that is the goal. So it's weekly TBRs from now until November, focusing on my currently reading. I do actually give myself one other pick. It's usually a graphic novel or a kid's book, and and that's how it's going to go. So just so you know what I am currently reading, because this might inform whether or not I decide to choose 1 or 2 fiction titles. I'm currently reading Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This is a buddy read with Izzy and Kay Kelly, and the live show is Tuesday, October 5th on Izzy's channel. So if you're interested in reading this, you can come join us for the live show. It'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm also reading Night Embrace by Sherilyn Kenyon. This one I am buddy reading with Anita from Anita Reads. And so both of those I plan on, this one I will finish when we finish. So we haven't set a deadline, although me and Anita do tend to speed up by the end of the month. Although looking at it, I don't know. It's a lot of pages left for the end of the month, so we'll have to see. Scythe, I do plan on finishing on this week, so it's actually going to be 40 pages a day to finish, so that doesn't leave a lot of pages. And I haven't decided if I'm including them in the 75, so as I said, this is a bit of a dress rehearsal. So just for context, so this is a adult paranormal romance, and this is a YA dystopic, so those are the 2 fiction picks that I know that I will be working on this week. So let's start with 1 nonfiction and then see how it goes from here. And I'm really excited, but I'm nervous and excited. I am looking at I have all the physical books here, and then I have images for all of the digital titles that I'm reading, and I'm a little nervous. Why should I be nervous? I shouldn't really be nervous, but I am. It's a commitment. Once I pick it, it's a commitment. So it's funny. There's 7 nonfiction titles, so I'm going to be picking 2, which is actually, I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's see. What's number 1? What's a long title? Oh, yay! Okay, The Diary of Anais Nin, Volume 1, 1931 to 1934. So this one did come up in the month of May. I did read I didn't read tons of it. I'll be honest. I have 314 pages from this. Anais Nin is an author, and it was just great. It was so good, but it's a very slow read for me. So, yeah, but I'm thrilled. Oh, that is so great. So, yeah, yay, yay. Oh, okay. Nervousness has gone away. So let's look at the first fiction pick. I don't know which one. Oh gosh, I don't know. Okay, nervous again. Why am I nervous? You should never be nervous, especially because like next week it'll be new titles. Let's talk about love. All right, so this is a contemporary romance, and by Claire Kahn. And this one I actually have a fair amount left. I didn't think I had much left, but I have 208 pages. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to this one. I started this last year. Most of these books I started, I think, last year or before. So yeah, so this is a romance. I'm already reading a paranormal romance and a dystopic. I'm not sure if I want another fiction or if that's enough. I will think about that as I pick my next nonfiction choice. Okay, back to nonfiction. And Anais Nin. Oh, that's an interesting combination. Okay, second nonfiction is Essential Art History. Yay! Oh, this is really good. It's not that. It's not that. Okay, so Essential Art History. This is by Paul Duro and Michael Greenhalgh. This one I did read in May, actually a fair amount, and I have 185 pages left. It is, some of the things are a little outdated, but a lot of it isn't, because when, but it was a little, when I had started it, oh wow, 1992. I thought it was earlier than that. When I had started it, I think something in it made me feel like, ooh, that feels a bit old. But it is art history, so a lot of it doesn't matter, but I mean, like when they're talking about more contemporary things, sometimes it felt a bit outdated, but when I got back to it in May, I actually didn't feel that way at all. So that's great. And this is actually really a lexicon. So I'm at letter F right now, at Festschrift. Scholars of all discipline will frequently band together to write or publish papers in honor of one of their colleagues or teachers, and to celebrate his or her work by associating themselves with it. The resultant volume, called a Festschrift, may therefore have a theme which the honored recipient will enjoy, and may be divided into a whole series or areas which the recipient has published work. Well, look, we're learning already. So this is fascinating. I like this. And this is a really slow read for me. Like, I read it, I think, twice through. I read it in May and then sometime throughout the summer. This is a great one for me to read during commercials. Although now where my reading, like, there's lots of live TV, and I often read during commercials at live TV. That being said, how my room is set up where I watch TV, I don't have a backlight. So I usually read on my tablet, which is backlit. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been reading these types of works as much, because I tend to read them during the commercials. So somehow I will work them in this week, and I'm super, super, super excited about that. Gosh, should I get another? I do think I'm going to pick one other fiction title, just in case. I don't know. Once you start picking things, you just want to pick more things. Is that just me? But that'll be lots of choice. I will probably be spoiled for choice at this point. And so the next one fiction title is, The Beach. Okay, The Beach. Okay. Okay, that'll be interesting. Okay, so The Beach by Alex Garland. This is part of my Those Books exploration, which I'm surprised. It's quite a new work to be on that. I actually do want to read this year, because I was surprised that because Tilda Swinton is in the film, and I'm trying to watch movies with Tilda Swinton, but this one is based on a book, so I want to read the book first. That being said, I think the book is a thriller, and I have noticed for thrillers, I prefer just to watch the movie and not read the book, because they're very plot-driven and twists and stuff like that. So, okay, so this also, I started this the week before May, began. So I read this twice, I think. And so I have 426 pages left. No, 420 pages left. And the book is 436 pages. So I've read 16 pages. So I am going to start from the beginning for this one. So that is a weird combination. So we got The Beach. So I think this is a thriller, art history, contemporary romance, and memoir. Ooh, that is just lovely. And I don't remember. So let's do the math. So for essential art history, I have 185 pages left. Diary of an Nin, I have 314 pages left. So that's about 500 pages. Then I have 200 pages left of Let's Talk About Love. So that's 700 pages and 420 pages of The Beach. So that's 1,100 pages. So obviously, I am not going to finish all of these books. Potentially, I'm not going to finish any. I would actually say I'm probably not going to finish any of these books. If I finished anything, it'd probably be Let's Talk About Love, because it's only 208 pages. But I'm not going to worry about that, because I'm just going to worry about, creating the habit of getting back to the books that I'm currently reading. I'm actually really excited that I have both physical and digital reads, because that is really helpful. I have something on my tablet, something on my Kindle, and 2 physical, plus the buddy reads I'm doing. One is on Scribd, and so I read that on my tablet, and one is on my Kindle. And so there was one other thing that I want to share. I did have my extra picks for the week all already sorted out. So I'm going to also read Sticks and Stones, Best Friends Forever. This is a kid's book by Beth Ferry. I am just super excited about that. My hold from my library came in, and I'm also going to start, but probably not finish, The Complete Red Sonja by Gail Simone. So those are, I think this is going to be like a one sitting read, so that's why I picked 2. So I am cheating all over the place. I have 2 things I'm already reading. I picked 4 instead of 3. I picked 2 instead of 1. I'm already cheating. So I will share, I haven't done my setup, but this is very, very messy. Again, dress rehearsal. So I did do a setup in my journal for the week, and then I'm going to do pages read from, I put from the 3, so this will be the number of pages I read from the 4. Then I'm also going to do my buddy read pages and then do a subtotal. Then I did include a place over here if I happen to read anything else on my currently reading that wasn't one of the jar picks. And then over here, anything else that I read, just so I have a bit of a comparison between other stuff. And I did kids' books, anything else, audio, and visual. I don't include audio because I don't listen to very many audios. I actually finished the one audio I was working on earlier this week. Oh, and then I picked another one and it went off Scribd. I couldn't believe it. I read it for one day and it went off Scribd. I was like, what? So anyway, and then I do also have journal questions for myself. Did I read 75 pages? Did I enjoy what I read? Did I feel behind? How satisfied was I with my reading? A scale of 1 to 5. Did I read outside of the 5? Did I get to 75 pages first? If I read outside of the 75, why? What helped achieve my goal? And what hindered achieving my goal? Those are 2 great journal questions always for doing any kind of reflection. What helped and what didn't help. So I will leave the journal questions down below if you're interested in trying them out yourself. I might modify them depending on how things go this week. As I said, this week is a little bit different because I do have my buddy reads, but I think I have lots to choose from. And I also have, I have some slow reads. Slow reads, Essential Art History, and this. So The Beach might be a slow read. Let's Talk About Love was a fast read. That was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And if you're curious, when I updated the jars, I had finished 3 titles. I had finished The Gallant Captain of Waterloo, Pirate's Passion. Those are both romances, historical romance and urban fantasy, contemporary immortal pirates. And then I also did finish Escher, which is a nonfiction art book. So it was nice to, when I went through them and updated with the pages left, to be able to know I did make some progress. So who knows? Will I? Won't I? We will see what happens. I'm not going to do daily vlogs, at least not to start, but I will do TBR on Sundays, and then I'll do a weekly wrap-up on Mondays. I know that's a bit weird. It's a bit out of alignment with chronology of what actually happened, but I think the TBRs are really fun to watch, I hope. And I don't want to have to wait to share what I'm reading on like Instagram and stuff like that, because I do often share my progress and my time to read and stuff like that. So I thought it was fair to post the TBR first, and then the reflection can wait another day, and I'll put those on, or the wrap up will be on the Monday. And I feel like it's good to have them separate because I do talk a lot, and I don't want to have to rush through either of those videos, because I really enjoy filming both of them. And if I have a short TBR video, great. Look, this one wasn't short. I thought it'd be like 5 minutes. Yeah. Do I ever do 5 minutes videos? I mean, maybe never. Maybe there might be one somewhere. Obviously not this one. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. Wish me luck on my reading. Fingers crossed. I'll be really curious to see how this turns out. Thriller, art history, contemporary romance, memoir. You know, sounds good to me. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon in another video.